All right, well, I'm gonna go to work. Gonna go right across the street. So I'm gonna get over there and take care of it. I had this day, I couldn't get nothing done. It was nasty this morning. Went to the bank, this and that. It's already about 2 o'clock, and I said, well, let me go over there and knock out some of that. So all for you, YouTube. I've been getting a lot of responses from it. At first, like I said, I wasn't going to do it, but this is something that I want to do regardless of whether it takes off on YouTube or not. I really just want to do this just to do it. So I'll go across the street, take my trailer with me. Alright, well, I think I'm going to start by just quickly touching up the grass really quick and maybe doing the edging. Alright. I don't know, but I really want to get to these trees first before, that's the biggest thing I want. Oh, here, kitty, 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 kitty. There's a door. That's weird. Now I'm a little freaked out. There's no door. Yeah. Oh my God. I was not expecting that. Oh man. You can't even get by over here, man. I should be wearing pants. Yikes. Alrighty, hey, thanks everybody for stopping in. First, I want to thank you everybody for watching and subscribing lately. It's just been awesome. Hey, I got a lot of new info to talk to you about, so from previous responses, I'm going to try to limit some of my talking, narration, and let you listen to the mower and everything else and the sounds. But it's been a pretty interesting trip. Believe it or not, this is today, so this is actually Friday. I cut the grass on a Tuesday. Somebody actually came by here. Boy, I got a story for you. So I'm going to let you listen to this. At the end, I'm going to tell you the story, so watch the whole thing. Alrighty, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think. I love to hear your comments. And this might be the last video on this one for a little while until we figure out what's going on. But you gotta watch to the end. I'll tell you the story. Alrighty. I know some people don't want to hear me narrating, but some people don't mind it. But I'm watching this and I need to say something in between here because I just wanted to really fill you in with what's going on. Okay? I can't find the door, and I'm too afraid to go around the corner. I know it's on the side somewhere, and you can't even get over here. I mean, I'm ready to give up, honestly, when I was doing this. So, I said, no, I'm going to finish it, do what I can, because I had said in the beginning that I was just going to cut the branches and trees, but I said, you know what, the grass needs to be cut again, because this is 2 weeks later from when I made the first video. So I said, well, I'm going to cut it way too low. And also, I said, well, I might as well edge the sidewalk up and get that knocked out of the way, so if I don't do anything else, the front looks good. Well, when you see to the end how it looks, and I had to stop because all the neighbors started talking to me, and there you go. That's a pretty good of what it looks like now after I cleaned it up. And then, to my surprise, I was able to, no trash at all. You'll see. You'll watch to the end. You'll see how I get rid of this trash. I can only go so far because I was getting tired, and I really wanted to break out some heavier equipment like a chainsaw. So anyway, this is about as far as I'm going to get with this. And that is somebody who threw their dog poop walking by in a bag. That's because it looks like a shit house. So anyway, but long story short, I say that too much. It's really a short story long. If you listen to me talk. Out of nowhere, the guy who I had spoke to a few months back, who actually said he don't care what happens over there. He had talked about moving in. He never did. So he's the one who actually told me about the guy who used to take care of this passed away. Well, he comes by 2 days later, which is on a Friday evening. A day later. I was like, holy crap, what, did somebody call on me? I think one of the neighbors called because all of a sudden now their whole family is there. I guess it took me roughing the place up to have somebody tell them, say, hey, you don't get over here and do something, the neighbors are going to clean it all up for you. I don't know. So it's really interesting. So I met the grandson, and come to find out, I guess they're interested. And he told me nobody called. It was just coincidence. The universe. Now, if you know me, that's how I roll. The universe just rolls along with me sometimes. I have no control over it. It just happens. It's not always good. Sometimes it is. It's usually bad. But anyway, this time it was interesting. So, yeah, this is how I got rid of the trash. I mulched it back in. And that little chute on the side of my mower is awesome. I love this thing. It's a side chute on the back. You can cut real thick grass with that thing there because it opens up the mower to full capacity. And so I just mulched it all back in so I can go home for the day. And then this happens. I got a jab in the nose right there. That's my buddy over there. He does somewhat same stuff. He's coming home. There's actually quite a few landscapers actually living in this community, which is interesting. He's actually been taking care of the front yard and just been cutting it. And so here you go. Woo! Look at that. Hair's starting to bleed now. You can see it. Got myself on one of these things. Right there, that got me. So, bing! Anyway. Alright, so I can talk again now that the original Carlo wasn't talking anymore. So, yeah, I'm going to finish this all up in there with the mower. And so he is the grandson, and he actually wants to live there, but the grandmother, who owns the house, so apparently now I know why all this place went to disarray. They moved away, a lot of family problems, health issues. Sadly, the guy's grandfather died, who owns the house, about 3 years ago. So that kind of makes sense, because I moved into this neighborhood 5 years, and it's just been going downhill the last couple years, so no one was even coming down here, maybe once in a while to cut it. But apparently I made such a dramatic difference that somehow the word got to them, and they live about 300 miles away from here, and they're here. They're actually here Saturday. I'm actually editing this. You'll see this on Sunday. The whole family is over there. I've never in my life seen them. Apparently this house has been vacant for 15 years. So that just goes to show you what's going on here. And so it's an interesting story. And you can see here I was just playing around with my mower. I'm actually using the mower to pick up the dirt and move it. Because I know with the leaf blower it was going to make way too much dust. So hey, sometimes in life you just got to try something. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I wouldn't recommend doing this every day, but I guess it did a little bit. But yeah, so I'm trying to get my thoughts together here and tell you the story in correct sequence. So they're going to go in there and tear everything out of there, possibly. That's why I said that I might not be doing any more work here, but I have a funny feeling they're not. So I got approval to work in here, but they want me to hold off until the grandmother figures out what she wants to do. She thinks there may be some plants in there or something like that, and I could totally respect that. I actually apologized, so I kind of got busted. Actually, I busted myself because I went over there and told them that I did it. I didn't want to film it, but I'll show you a quick little snippet of my camera, kind of like just holding it up so you can see the truck there. But yeah, so they're okay, and I remember talking to this individual a long time ago, probably at the beginning of the summer, and I thought that he was the guy taking care of it, and now I remember him telling me who he was, and so I really don't have permission, but I kind of do. And he was like, yeah, I remember him saying, I don't care what happens here. So I kind of took that as, okay, well, if I go in there, it's no big deal. No one really cares about the place. But the neighbor to the right of me over here, I think that he may have called and said something, but it's okay. They were happy. He was thanking me. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, he didn't have to do it. You know what I mean? So, but he did say some respect for his grandmother. So apparently she likes to hold on to things. I'm just going to be nice about it. And I feel sorry for her because, you know, she's ill and her husband passed away 3 years ago. So, you know, she might have a lot of sentimental value in that house. But no one's been in there really for 15 years. So I don't know. And there's a crazy, creepy swimming pool in the backyard, which I didn't show. I might try to get footage to put it in here. I might not, because it's kind of weird me even going over there now. But don't get me wrong, they were absolutely 100% okay with me doing this work, so I did end up finding somebody. But there's a ton more of the kind of houses like this in my neighborhood that I can go after. And I'm going to show you some follow-ups from the other videos. So I'll have plenty of content, okay? But I'm going to hold off going in here until after I speak with the guy and see what he says, what happened. So, alright. Cutting force out there. This is what I've gotten done so far from about 2:30 to 4:30. So it's what, 2 hours? This is what I got done. And you can see I had planned on bringing out the heavy equipment, but I just did it with the weed whacker. And I'm pretty efficient with the weed whacker because that's all that I had at one time. And you know, if you know how to just hit the string right, you can knock anything down. I might, before the end of the day, is cut some of this out because I actually brought much. Didn't have to use it at all. So I'm going to blow this out of the way with my 580 this time. Push it all back, and you can see I grinded up everything in the ground. So, and people will say that I do the grass first, then the weed whacking, but I have to see something getting done first, and then also eliminate some of the weed whacking. But regardless, to say I'm backwards, and it's okay. There's the Breaking Bad. I found one of my buddies on YouTube said this was the Breaking Bad camper, but I don't know. Now I'm kind of worried as to what this house really is. I doubt it. I doubt it. You know, it's just been chit-chatting with the neighbors. They're all talking about how, you know, no one's here and why it's like this. But apparently, when the guy cuts that, he cuts over here, which is nice. So I burned all this back with the weed whacker. And if you see when I do that, I call it burning or blowing the edge, where you don't even need an edger, and you can see the job that it actually does. And then, believe it or not, I was trying something new with the that lawnmower was crazy with that rear discharge. It's almost like it's like a farm piece of equipment shooting out corn or something, or hay. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. It was literally picking the dirt up and throwing it. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to bring out the 580 this time. So I broke it out finally for the first time a couple of days ago. And I might have to put that together. I'm not sure, but let's just clean this up so it doesn't get too late. Then I might snip some more.